civilians are attempting to push into the evacuation lines.
Nothing that we haven't handled before? The civilians ain't gonna be able to fend themselves from these creepy crawlies.
We need only hold the line until William arrives with his surprise.
Yo, Aladane, get your ass on your mount and make a break for it. Let Iron Eyes know that we've got the final evacuation line sorted. Heroic sacrifices aren't on my list of things to do today. William had better pull through.
William, come in. What's your ETA?
He's not responding.
Damn it. Form up on me.
Let's do this. I've got your backs.
That's a lovely glass of red. G'day everyone, Half Kaldorei Bard here. Now, Dalaran's undergoing quite the predicament, is it not? Those brave men out there are doing such a good job holding the line. It's so good to have reliable friends. What they do not know, however, is that Dalaran will fall. And from a story perspective, Dalaran's fall actually makes perfect sense, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, it would seem the community is in a bit of a panic again. I know, right? Who would have thought? Well, Dalaran is getting destroyed by Xelatath. So, on one side, you have people who are for it, because really raise the stakes for the story. We understand the threat, and spoiler alerts, maybe a certain wizard ends up dying. On the other hand, you have other people really very semi-doomer about it, skeptical, because last time we had a city burn, it did not sit well for the player base. We had to go through two whole expansions to try and remedy that fact. And now everyone's sick of night elves because that's what it took to get some fucking closure on the situation. I mean, closure without burning any horde cities in the process, am I right? Anyway, this one is a little different because Dalaran is a city that both factions are somewhat connected to. Not to mention, from a villain standpoint, who knows us, who has watched us, who has seen us take on the Legion of all things, it would make sense to target Dalaran first. Because if you take out our staging ground for two of our most iconic villains, the Legion, and in Wrath of the Lich King, where Dalaran served a role as our hub city, yeah, I guess it does make sense that Dalaran needs to go. You have a whole bunch of mages there, a whole bunch of powerful people there. Not just that, you don't want some pesky wizard to look up for another Pillars of Creation situation or getting some artifact weapons to come and kick your ass. No, you want your enemy to be on the back foot. You want them to be left absolutely reeling. So, obviously, Dalaran needs to go. But understandably so, there are players that are worried that the whole situation here is just another, oh, we've destroyed a city and a major plot character for shock reasons. Now, having Khadgar go out in a blaze of glory, one last hurrah, does seem quite a bit too far. But imagine this. Khadgar's at that point in his age where he's really old. Yeah, and you know what happens to old people when they get old? This applies to all of us, people. We deteriorate and we die. Our bones stop working. We start shitting out of interesting places. You know how it goes. I reckon for Khadgar, rather than seeing him go out quietly into the night, just saying, oh, Khadgar's heart is failing or whatever, and he's going to take a moment to, he's going to, have his big Master Yoda moment and take a rest. That doesn't seem like Khadgar to me. He seems like the sort of wizard that will go until the end. He'll make that final sprint towards the finishing line, and I think this is his final sprint. One last heroic sacrifice, or one last heroic effort to see that everyone is teleported out safely. Perhaps it would be a good idea to address the fact that he is old, that in the pre-patch, that as he attempts to ward off the bugs, fight them off, even with his powerful magic, he's finding himself getting absolutely tired in the process. And as we keep on fighting back, wave after wave of bugs, for democracy of course, Khadgar is showing visible signs of tiredness. And it is obvious that we're not going to hold the city for long. All of a sudden, we are defeated. Everything is plummeting into the ground, into the earth, like a fiery death inferno. All the citizens are scared, everyone's running around, everyone's exhausted, but Khadgar, doing what he needs to do, decides he is going to save everybody that he can, even if it means coming at the cost of his own life by wasting whatever last ounces of energy he has left. One final sacrifice, an act of pure selflessness. He casts a massive teleport that transports the majority of its citizens out of the city. Not all, unfortunately, due to the sheer size and effort of casting such a teleportation spell. He falls to his knees, and with a smile, "Well, it's been a fun journey. The rest I leave to you." Something like that. He goes out peacefully in a way before we crash into the ground and begin our journey in the war within. It would be dark. It would also be that faint glimmer of hope. He trusts us so much to carry on our work, even without him, despite the fact that we've lost him. It makes sense that Azeroth's most powerful wizard does fall this day. It raises the stakes, and in my opinion, it definitely adds that sort of, yeah, we're definitely going down a more darker route this expansion, this saga, which I think is good. We do need hardship. We do need that occasional getting our asses thoroughly handed to us. We cannot win every fight, despite us being the heroes. With all that said, do like and subscribe to this video, and follow me on my other social medias. Links will be provided in the description. And now, as the end draws near, it is time to send Dalaran off with one last heroic finale. End 1, End 2, and 1, 2, 3. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
What the fuck is he doing?
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each every step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it.
Get your fucking ass moving. We are leaving.
Ow!